You know, never before in the history of the World Wrestling Federation has this championship belt meant so much to so many. Never has this belt been so hotly contested.
That's a fact.
All right, guys, I'm back with a brand new video. As you can tell from the beginning of this video, this is another WWF Big Eagle. The other one I had, I sold, and that helped buy this. That one was nice. The plates were nice. They were decent. There was warm and made in Pakistan. This belt here, though, is all made in America. The plates down to the leather. And this is a belt that won't be leaving my collection ever. So let's take a look at the back first. You see the snaps covered, the bolts covered. Now the guy who made the plates is Ron, off of Red Leather. He's the guy who currently makes most of the AEW belts. You know, the TNT belt, the tag belt. So he made the plates. And as you can see, he did very good adding bolts to it. Instead of having two, it's got 3 on each side. So it's going to keep it more sturdy onto the belt. There you go to the center. You know what I mean? No, this leather work is not red leather. I'm going to flip it over in a second and I'll explain why. But this leather is done by Michael Todd Anthony. This is the 3rd belt that I have done by Michael Todd. So let me turn it over and explain to you guys about the leather, show you the detailing of the plates, and just how amazing this belt is. There you have it, Michael Todd Anthony's new signature tool stamp. Down to the J-Mar hand-tooled tooling. Doesn't use a stamp tool for that. That's all hand done. You see you got your WWF logo tooling. Now that right there is the reason why I had it re-leathered. Red leather didn't have the WWF logo tooling, which is accurate to this version of the belt. So the reason why I went to Michael Todd is because I know his work is good. He's a great guy, and he's local to me. So instead of shipping the belt out and worry about it getting damaged in the mail or how long I'm going to get it back, I went with a guy who I know and trusted. So I was told that I devalued a red leather belt by putting it on someone else's leather, but to me, this is a belt that I'm keeping. I've been through several Big Eagles. They were all good, but the next one was always better. And this one, in my opinion, is the best. I can't get any better than what I got here. It's all American made, American leather. Tooling on it is awesome. The quality of the plates is amazing. Let's go take a closer look. I mean, you already see some of it, but let's go take a look to the main plate, the detailing of everything, okay? Here you go to the logo plate. Now, let's see. You can see the etching in it. I mean, you can tell it's American made. It's beautiful. There you have the outer side plate. Now, one thing I didn't notice until I got this belt, and I don't think I noticed it on the real WWF plates, is all the WWF logos on all these plates have the TM next to it, which all the Pakistan belts that I had, no knock to them, but all the Pakistan belts I had, none of them had that, or the accurate nugget texture on it. Like I say, they were good. My arm, the plates were decent. They weren't horrible. The back of the leather actually started to peel off, and that was one thing that pissed me off. And when I tried to glue it back on, more of it can't popped off. So it's this came available. I know the dude I bought it from is a great dude, Ben. Great dude. Appreciate you selling this to me. I know you sometimes probably regret it, but it's in a good home. Here's the other side plate. And this is one of my favorite side plates because of that McMahon crest. Now, it's got the accurate dagger, arm holding the dagger, art. That right there is legible. The McMahon crest quote is legible. Most of your overseas or other bootlegs, that's not legible. And that's one thing that my belts don't have to be 100% accurate, but there were certain details about the belt that I would like to be accurate as possible, and that's one of them. Having that legible, that you could read that, to me, that right there, that is the McMahon crest on this belt. So for me, that's a great piece of art to have, because it's McMahon's actual crest on a belt. First time they ever did that. That's awesome. For someone like to own the company, to have that on there, that's pretty cool. Let's go back to here. You can see the real Swarovski crystals. They shine. Yeah, so you got that. It's beautiful. I just love how it's done. I love the nugget texture. Let's go to the other side plates. Yeah, it's the same, but you can see you can see the detailing, the etching on it. And there's Michael Todd's leather. I definitely recommend anybody who wants to get their replica or bootleg or whatever belt re-leathered, go to Mike. There are plenty great guys out there, but I mean, a lot of them I don't know personally. I just seen their work, and I see their work is good. But to me, I personally know Mike. I know he's a great guy. He's a great guy. I mean, he does this because he loves the craft. He loves the art of making these belts. That's why all that is hand done. Where I know, like, some people actually have like a big stamp where they just stamp it and that's it. Where actually that takes about 3-4 hours to do all that. So here's the other side plate. Yeah, see, let me just look at that. Look at that. No, I can't remember. I think I had 3 Big Eagles before this one. 3 or 4, I think 3. This is the defining one. This is definitely the defining one. The WWF. Now, anyone who actually watched all my other videos knows that only the Big Eagles I ever had were the white scratch logos. That's my favorite version. That's the one that lasted the longest. For me, someone like Triple H is a belt that he had. A lot. Steve Austin. A lot of my favorites had this version, and then, like I said, this is the one that lasted the longest compared to the block logo or the gold scratch logo. Just look at that. Beautiful. I'd like to thank Ron from Red Leather for making such a beautiful belt. I want to thank Michael Todd Anthony for doing his master craft on this leather. And most importantly, I'd like to thank Ben Morton for selling me this belt. He's a great dude. And if you just watching this by searching, check out my other videos. If If you're on Facebook, check out Brothers of the Belt. That's a great brotherhood of wrestling fans and belt marks like me. Belttalk. If you go to Belttalk, there's NWO kliq. There's Belt Mafia. There's a bunch of belt groups out there. And most importantly, if you're gonna buy a belt, make sure you do the homework on it first. You don't want to go buy a belt on eBay or from somebody and get yourself ripped off. That's one of the biggest things in this belt hobby is making sure you know who you're buying from. You know, you don't want to spend several $100s and get a commemorative kids title. You know, you want to make sure you know what you're getting. And if you're paying with PayPal, unless you know the person, I wouldn't do friends or family. I would do goods and services. This way you could cover your ass. Again, thank you guys for this beautiful belt. Thank you guys out there for watching. And until next time, I keep saying I'm done buying belts, but I got my 6 belts that I want. And I mean, if money was no object, I'm sure that I would have more, but fortunately it is. So you guys all be safe. Take it easy.